the bigger Airsoft. So today let's take a look at the Umarex Glock 45. So the Glock 45 is similar to the Glock 19X, and you can pretty much say the 19X is the tan version and this is the black version, but they do have some differences and I'll go into that in a bit. So because of the current situation, I did not book a range this time, so I just shot around a dozen or so magazine in the house to get a better feelings of the gun. So like the Glock 19X, it is using the Glock 19 slide with the Glock 17 lower frame. So originally the Glock 19X is designed for the military. It's called the G19 MHS, and one of the reasons for a shorter slide is that when they draw from the holster, the shorter slide will have a quicker draw in comparison to the longer slide. And at the same time, you get the Glock 17 magazine capacity, so you get a few more rounds. And the Glock 19 MHS has the manual thumb safety, which is required by the US military, I guess. But in the end, they lost the contract to, as you know, the SIG M17 or the P320. So in the end, they removed the thumb safety as they released it as a commercial version for the G19X. And in America, actually the cops are very favorite of the G19X as the shorter barrel, when they're holstering the gun on their belts and when they sit down on their car, the gun doesn't get pushed down the car seat and move the barrel around, so they actually prefer the G19 slide. But at the same time, as I said, it has the Glock 17 mag capacity, which they also like a few more rounds. I mean, when they're on duty, a couple of more rounds can be a matter of life and death. So the Glock 19X is actually favored by the American police force. And then Glock later on made a black color version, maybe for them, so they named it the G45. So one of the most obvious difference between the Glock 45 and the Glock 19X is the front section. You have the serrated cuts here. It's more for people who like to press check their gun while holding the front section. The Glock 45 does not have a loop for lanyard, and the magwell area is cut a little bit different than the Glock 19X. And in real steel, the Glock 19X is based on Gen 4 lower frame. Well, we're actually somewhere between Gen 4 and Gen 5, and the Glock 45 is based on Gen 5, so in real steel, the Glock 19X magazine cannot fit into the Glock 45, but in Airsoft, it will fit any G70 magazine. And although this is a Gen 5 lower, but in comparison to the Glock 17 Gen 5 by Umarex, it no longer has the cut in here. And you can see, similar to the Gen 5 lower, you have a little bit of spreading near the end, so it's kind of a natural magwell shape. So as for the gun itself, you get your normal stuff. I mean, you have your thumb safety, and here is not a manual safety, it's just a license plate. And then you get your mag safety. The slide release is ambidextrous, so for left and right. And for the thumb safety, you can actually take it off and switch it to the other side. As you can see, the magazine, it has cuts on both left and right. So this is for people who switch to the mag release on left or right side. And same as 19X, this is a dummy pin. You can really pop this out to change for a different back grip panel. As for the trigger, it's as solid as the Glock 17 Gen 5, which I absolutely love. And you get a very clean brick and a very clean reset. And to adjust the hop up, you stick the Allen key here, which is included in the box, to rotate it clockwise or counterclockwise for more or less hop. Now there's one features in this gun which I think is a little bit different than the Glock 17 Gen 5 and the Glock 19 Gen 4 that I have reviewed. I saw both of them, but as I remember, after you cock the gun, so in order to imitate a press check, the slide actually moves pretty smoothly until a certain point. So in here, it gets stuck and then you need a little bit stronger force to pull the whole slide. So if the cylinders go, you can really imitate the press check action. So in terms of shooting experience, the recoil of this gun is about the same as G19 Gen 4 or G17 Gen 5. And as for power, it's the same as G19 Gen 4. And at first I thought it's going to be a bit more gas efficient because of the shorter barrel with the bigger capacity magazine. But at the same time, it needs to shoot a few more rounds. So in Chrono Test, in comparison to the Glock 17 Gen 5 and the Glock 19 Gen 4, I was shooting 5 shots slowly and then I just have a magnum afterward. And if you look at the graph, the G17 Gen 5, G19 Gen 4, and the G45, they pretty much have the same performance or the gas efficiency during the test. So the 5-shot, semi-shot in here, and all fall down in quite similar slope. And as for power, it's the same as G19 Gen 4, and you can clear out the magazine without any issue. And I was doing a refill shooting for a couple of times. So on third mag, I did not get slide lock for a couple of rounds, and I got a slide lock at 27 rounds. And on the fourth mag, you notice I've shot over 30 times and I did not get slide lock. So as I was shooting, I kept the temperature low enough that the gas efficiency is not very great and did not get a slide lock. But when I powered the mag to check is it an empty magazine, put it back in, and I fired a shot and I got a slide lock. And after the fourth mag, I got a little bit of frosting on the cylinder, and I waited until the frosting is gone, and I do another mag dump, and I could get a slide lock. And keep in mind, I was refilling the same magazine instead of changing 3 different magazines during my usual 3-mag test. So I would say gas efficiency is not that bad on this gun. And in terms of accuracy, since I did not pull a range, but I would say it would be very similar to the G19 Gen 4. And accuracy is something that you can upgrade easily. And as I mentioned, the longer barrel and shorter barrel does not affect the accuracy that much. I mean, it's just 1 centimeter short. But the sight radius on a longer slide will have a less human error than looking at sight radius for a shorter slide. So if you involve the human error in it, then the shorter gun might be a little bit more inaccurate. So in terms of Glock 17, Glock 19, and Glock 45 or Glock 19X, for me personally, I like the grip on the Glock 17, so I will either choose this 19X or the Glock 17 Gen 5. For some reason, the Glock 19, although it's a shorter grip, but it feels fatter on my hand for some reason. And the shorter, longer barrel is, it's up to you. And between this and the 19X is also up to you. Maybe it's just a color difference or a color preference. But if you do want to attach a lanyard to a pistol, then maybe 19X is better for you because it already came with a built-in part for your lanyard. So this is it for the review on the Umarex Glock 45. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time.